I'm Chasing Yazoni, and today I'll be telling to you about the Pi. I have it right here. Might be able to show you. And we'll be testing / touring the Raspberry Pi today. So what we'll be doing first is exploring where we are. So right now we're in the main menu that you get. Automatically, this is how it's set up with the black looking mouse. I like that. This is how the regular Windows looks. And this is made with Linux. So in case you're used to Windows, Linux isn't too different from Windows, but it's a separate operating system, so it can be a little confusing. At first, when I first saw Windows, it was quite easy to get to. But now when I'm seeing Linux, it's slightly more confusing, but it's adaptable. So first, when we start off, we have programming, BlueJ, Genie, Greenfoot, Mathematica, Node. Obviously, I use Python at least, and there's also we have Scratch. It does these animations, and you can also see that it shows like a time glass. When it does that, it means it's just waiting. So although you may think that this is quite slow for a computer it's only this size, and it's only $30. So this is a $30 64-bit computer. So our next goal to be in this is probably going to be Unity, because Unity only runs on 64-bit. If you don't know what Unity is, please check out my other videos. You'll easily get a hold of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for this to load. Okay, I guess maybe I'm gonna just try something else, Scratch 2. Okay, there. So it looks like Scratch, the original Scratch, might have some problems on this, but at least this Scratch works. So yeah, then you can put like codes and other stuff in Scratch. And it'll ask you, do you really want to click correct? I'm clicking OK. And it does that weird type of thing. So then we go next to education. This is like an education tool. So it gives you pretty much everything. So all of these stuff we have for Office. And internet, it's called Chromium, which is different than Chrome, but basically it's the same. For everything, it'll play that same animation. So in case that bothers you, it might get a little bit hard to get used to, but I guess everybody needs to get used to something, right? So this is the regular code. So then I can just type in meet. And this works exactly like regular Google. So then you'll get this Google Meet. And pretty much exactly like a Google, start a new meeting, you can start an instant meeting. And also we'll have so I'll just want to make sure that you address this. Although it is quite a fast computer for its size, it may be a little wonky when you go down and you scroll, because this is my website, and you may look, it's a little bit slow on websites, and it just makes this slight animation. And yeah, so that's the same for every single time you scroll down and scroll up. So I think I don't know if I can get used to it, but maybe you can get used to it a little bit more. So I also wanted to address that. And so yeah, there's Chrome that you have, and it always plays that animation still. So sound and video, graphics. So the games in this are actually quite interesting because it has built-in games. Minecraft Pi, I doubt that that's free or not, but it could be. And Python games, which is probably games made with Python. Accessories that you can add. Yeah, and so we have help in case you don't know what that is. And yes, preferences, run and shut down. So let's go to accessories and let's go to terminal. And here in the terminal where we just installed some type of interfaces and some type of stuff here. So I think this is probably where you would download some stuff. So we did sudo and then we did install and we did apt. So sudo install apt and then xrdp. That's the first thing that we use for remote desktop connection, because that is what I'm using, just so that I can show you guys. But for you, I don't think you'll need remote desktop. So yeah, you can also just like play around with it. Although it may seem quite not so good when it comes to the actual interface and slightly slow, it is quite a fast computer when it comes to the interface and when it comes to the terminal. It has a really fast thing, and Linux is used in many stuff. So I think it should, if my opinion is slightly downsided to yours, it may be because you use Linux much more often than me. I almost never use Linux before. And so I'm just going to test out how fast this is. So I'm going to go to the internet, Chromium web browser. Okay, loads up. And I'm going to install Unity. Okay, so we're going here. Get started. Although this may not be a things business individual started. So currently I'm just getting setting this up. I am a returning user. I have used this before. Okay. Fix this. Wait, this is just messed up. Okay. I'm gonna download Unity Hub and see how long it takes. Oh wow, that is fast. Okay. This isn't that bad for a computer. If I would say so myself. Okay, so it looks like downloading Unity won't be too hard. I'm just gonna wait for it to download a bit. And let's also check out some other stuff that we can test for this thing's power. I'm pretty sure this is power, this and that. So yeah, on the Raspberry Pi, you may not be able to see it, but it is quite sophisticated for such a small device. Also, if you really liked this video, I have the Raspberry Pi 4, which is also a newer version of this Raspberry Pi. This is the first version, and then this is a much newer one. In case you want me to view this one, I will be glad to show you, just in case you like this video or you want to see any other versions of Raspberry Pi. I think it could be ready now. Okay. Ooh, I've never seen this before. Huh? So even I'm quite perplexed on what it showed up. So yeah, usually on Windows I would do this. This is really gonna be confusing. And so I'm just gonna test how fast this is. Actually, this is quite a fast thing. I never knew that it was such a fast computer. For $30, I would say that this is wonderful. It's portable too. I wouldn't be carrying my 10-pound Dell G5 PC all the way to London just so that I can get a fast PC. This might actually be fast. I wouldn't consider it to be faster than a PC, but I would consider it super fast 64-bit and wonderful for a for $32 thing. So let's check this out. Maybe Google Earth needs some setting up. So yeah, this is entirely new, no testing. I'm just giving my stuff exactly. So okay, so it looks like it may be a little bit late on this to zoom in, zoom out. Yeah, it's kind of having a trouble loading. Whereas on usually it won't even have too much troubles. Let me just check again. So yeah, overall I would say that on Google this is quite fast. I'm not so sure about the others. So let's just see anything else. Let's see what we can put. Let's go to the programming place and I'm just gonna open Scratch since Scratch is mostly used by most people. I might have forgot the code that I used to use on games. So I'm just gonna do simple code. Move 10 steps, turn 15 degrees, turn 15 degrees, turn 15 degrees, turn 15 degrees, and then move 10 steps. And events, start when clicked. And let's just see how fast this goes. Okay, so for me, it's coming in bits. I can't even see the guy moving. Maybe I should try again. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Okay. So maybe I wouldn't recommend using Scratch on the Raspberry Pi or anything that requires constant updating. So maybe Unity might not be the best thing to use in case you have a Raspberry. Project not saved. Okay. Now let's go to the next stuff. This is preferences. Now I'm just gonna see what I can do with this. Let's go back to the internet. Might take a few seconds to load. So overall loading speed, what I would consider it good, but I wouldn't consider it that good when it comes to a regular PC. But judgment of size and judgment of price, I would say that this would work so much better because this giant PC is $500 and it is probably 5 seconds faster than this. I think that it's okay to wait 5 seconds and save who knows amount of money. because this could get much more cheaper in the coming years, if not outdated, because it's already outdated. So maybe the newer version, which is that this pie right here, maybe it could show better. So in case you really wanted me to show it, it took me a lot of time to load this up. I will take my time to try that. I would consider anything else that we can do other than downloading a new thing. So this is basically just a regular OS. Just like this OS that I have, except although Windows is clearly much faster. Like if I open this for the thing, it's obviously much faster, but by far I would say that this is much better if you're low. Also, you may get green and red lights. Also, just make sure that when you first do this, first you need to actually properly shut down the Pi. So you need to click shut down and then click shut down. So I made this mistake before. I literally 2 minutes ago, I shut this down and then I literally almost lost everything. So make sure that you shut it down and then shut it down on this. The Pi people say that the lights are permanent. So after you shut it down, then you can shut it down manually. I'm just gonna wait. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. This is taking quite a bit of time. I didn't expect it. Okay, so I'm just going to cancel this. And it may take a little bit of while to do that. So since it's not working that well, I'll just go through a little bit more. I'll go with the. Oh yeah, also this reminds me right here. So yeah, this is just like anything where you can change the acceleration. I kind of like a fast mouse. How about a slow one? So this is actually quite fun to. And then when you make it fast. So in this case, I don't necessarily see this thing. Well, I guess it's. Oh wow, that is so much faster. Okay, I'm just gonna see what this is. So yeah, you can experiment a lot. Oh geez. Oh, okay. That is quite confusing. So I'm just gonna enable it and see what it's like. So now I'm right clicking in order to close everything. So you can really change stuff here. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, it looks like I really messed things up that I shouldn't have. So just don't get too lost and stay close to other stuff. I would say that even if I'm getting lost, you should probably just explore. No matter what you do, just explore. I think experimentation would be quite good. This Pi is quite strong, so I would also recommend that static can actually destroy the Pi. So if like fry it. So if you that's the reason that the plastic coating is there. So they decided in this Pi it may not be as safe. So although it's the same price as this one, you should get this one instead. It's much more safer when it comes to the casing, and it prevents static electricity much better. So we have, although I may not have tested this one yet, although these two are the same price, I may want you to use this. And well, that's pretty much all I have for the Raspberry Pi. You can ask me any questions or experiments that you want, like how did I manage to get Linux to do remote desktop on Windows? You can ask me pretty much any question you want. If you I like your question a lot, I can record an entire video and make it public just to you only and show you how I've done it so that I can help you. Or if you recommend it, or if 2 or more people ask for it, I can make it entirely public. So if I can ask a question, or I can like record it, or I can just say that I did this and this and then this. So I think it's more likely that I'll record a video. Pretty much I just comment, and other than that, I have no other thing to tell you. So, and subscribe to make sure that you stay focused and you stay on with what I'm creating. So, just pretty much until then, until you comment, or until I record another video. Bye.